Good evening, viewers, and welcome to Hornbill TV's Primetime. First, the headlines. Tensions had gripped the Regional Institute of Medical Sciences Imphal on Sunday after the death of a patient allegedly due to medical negligence had sparked violent protests inside the hospital premises. Authorities of Kerala have issued a health alert after infections and deaths caused by a rare waterborne brain-eating amoeba are more than doubled compared with last year. Ahead of his scheduled appearance at the United Nations General Assembly next week, US President Donald Trump spoke to the reporters, emphasizing the global interest in meeting with him and issuing a pointed warning regarding the situation of Bagram Air Base in Afghanistan. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky is preparing to meet US President Donald Trump on the sidelines of the United Nations General Assembly in New York next week in an effort to press Washington for tougher sanctions on Russia. Those were the top headlines, and now for the news in details. Tension had gripped the Regional Institute of Medical Sciences, RIMS, Imphal on Sunday after the death of a patient allegedly due to medical negligence. It had sparked violent protests inside the hospital premises. According to reports, relatives of the deceased had stormed the hospital, physically assaulting a senior doctor and vandalizing the office of the medical superintendent. Hospital property had been damaged in the attack, creating a chaos and a chaotic within the campus. In retaliation, a large number of medical students had staged a sit-in protest inside the hospital, condemning the assault on doctors and warning of a shutdown of services if such incidents continued. Around noon, the patient family and supporters had returned to the hospital grounds, carrying banners and shouting slogans. A heated confrontation had ensued between the grieving party and protesting doctors, forcing security personnel to prevent further escalation. In a statement, the RIMS authority had expressed deep sorrow over the patient's death, extending condolences to the bereaved family while strongly condemning the violence. The statement had emphasized that damaging public property, manhandling medical professionals, and resorting to violence were unlawful acts that hampered essential healthcare services and could invite legal consequences. The authority had assured that the incident would be reviewed seriously and necessary steps taken to address grievances through lawful channels, while appealing to the public to maintain peace and respect public institutions. Meanwhile, the teachers and medical officers TAMOA of RIMS had issued a separate statement condemning the false allegation and violent assault on a senior consultant. The association had resolved to shut down all RIMS services, including OPD, emergency routine, operations and PME, until those responsible had been apprehended and a safe working environment ensured, while care for already admitted patients had continued. The TAMOA had demanded that an FIR be lodged against the culprits. Legal action pursued, a formal statement of condemnation issued by RIMS authorities, clarification on allegations circulating on social media, and an inquiry into reported security lapses within the hospital. Not only that, but the situation had remained tense, with both sides demanding accountability as authorities attempted to restore order at the state's premier medical institute. The Manipur High Court Employee Association had felicitated Samungu Singh, President of All India High Court Employees Federation, on Saturday at a function held at the High Court Auditorium Complex. The program had been attended by association members including Supam Suranjit Singh, Vice President K. Jayanta Singh and senior officials of the court administration. The registrar of the High Court had also graced the occasion, and speakers at the event had highlighted Samungu Singh's contribution towards the welfare of High Court employees across the country and had expressed hope that his leadership would further strengthen employee welfare measures in Manipur.
Most dedicated and senior-most activists holding the post. I think he deserves this position. The presidency gives an accolade to the people of Manipur in general, and this is a proud moment, respected President. At least, I like to remark that my copy of his home turf, that is, I got during the last decade. In future also, let us achievements. Listen to my esteemed friend, Mr. S. Singh, position of presidency of the High Court Employees Association. Congratulations, my friend, Mr. S.
Nagaland Minister Imnalong had called for calm and understanding in the wake of Kaziranga University incident. After a viral video of a Naga student allegedly making derogatory remarks against the late singer Zubin Garg had sparked tensions on campus. The minister thanked the university management for safeguarding all students and ensuring that no untoward incident had occurred. He had said that assurances were given that the concerned student would be handed over to his family soon, describing the matter as a very sensitive issue that needed careful handling. Imnalong had admitted that the remarks were wrong, whether made knowingly or unknowingly, since Zubin Garg remained close to the hearts of the people of Assam. However, he had ruled out strong disciplinary action, emphasizing reconciliation and peace instead. Concluding his remarks, Imnalong had appealed for brotherhood between the people of Nagaland and Assam, stressing that they must continue to live together in harmony despite temporary misunderstanding.
Incident that happened yesterday evening at the Kaziranga University in Assam Jorat district. There was a huge hue and cry with regards to one of our students from Nagaland who was a student of BTech, civil engineering student, Mr. Lissiri S. Sanktam, who had in his situation had spoken not rightly about the late Zubin Garg ji, the international artist who just recently passed away at Singapore and whose last remains have reached Assam. And there has been a huge displeasure from the Assamese students there in that region, and also some of the public, and certain incidences followed starting from around 8:39 in the evening till around 1-2 in the morning. After hearing of that incident, the government of the day, Honorable Chief Minister's office, was surprised, and I had been in touch with the Chief Minister's office in Assam. Very thankful to both the leadership who has always envisioned Assam and Nagaland together in building good relationship, and the swift action on the part of the Honorable MP Jorat Kamakhya Prasad Tasaji and also Piyush Hajarika ji, Honorable Minister, and also especially the DC Mogokchung, our Mr. Verma IAS, and also DC Jorat, SP Mokokchung, SP Jorat, and also our DGP Nagaland have been in constant touch with the counterparts, and the situation is now quite normal. Mr. Lisrias Sanctum is in a safe house in Jorat this morning, and the students at the Kaziranga University, more than 300-400 of our Nagaland students that are studying their technical studies there at the Kaziranga University are all safe, and there is no untoward incidences happening now. And last night also, there was no hurt or no untoward incident that happened except for the mob going a little bit out of control in anger. And
We'll now take a short break. Stay tuned.
One of the major routes of HIV transmission is unsafe sex. Protect yourself. Stop the chain of HIV transmission.
Welcome back, viewers. Heading on to the next news. Authorities of Kerala have issued a health alert after infections and death caused by a rare waterborne brain-eating amoeba more than doubled compared with last year. Officials on Wednesday said Kerala had registered 69 cases of primary amoebic since the start of 2025, including 19 deaths following contact with Naegleria fowleri amoeba. 3 of the deaths were recorded in last month, including that of 3-month-old baby. Last year, there were 9 deaths of 36 reported cases. The amoeba, which does not spread from person to person, lives in warm lakes and rivers and is contracted by contaminated water entering the nose. The Kerala government has begun chlorinating wells, water tanks and public bathing areas and areas where people are likely to bathe and come in contact with the amoeba. NDTV reported, while numbers remained low, a doctor who is part of government task force to prevent the spread said officials were conducting tests on a large scale across the state to detect and treat cases. According to the US Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, infections are very rare but nearly almost fatal. Meanwhile, Congress MP Shashi Tharoor said a lot of people have caught this fatal virus by swimming in fresh water. Some doctors are advising people not to swim in fresh water until some other solution can be found. Tharoor endorsed the doctor's request as per the latest updates.
It's a very sad story because what has happened is that a lot of people have caught this deadly virus, fatal virus, by swimming in the fresh water. And that means there is some live amoeba, which of course would be wiped out by chlorinated water in a swimming pool, or if you're having a shower in your own bathroom, but in fresh water you can catch this kind of infection. It seems very dangerous. And so some doctors are advising people not to swim in fresh water until some sort of other solution can be found. So I can just endorse that request to everybody. Don't take a risk. Don't go in fresh water. There is some amoeba there. I think seawater, salt water is fine. Your water at home is fine. And chlorinated swimming pool water is fine, but not unfortunately, swimming in fresh water these days.
The death of a 32-year-old housewife in Udaipur's Mirza area has triggered political turmoil in Tripura after 4 persons, including the nephew of BJP MLA, were detained. The victim, Anjali Sarkar, was found burned on the road on September 19th, sparking allegations of foul play. Her husband lodged an FIR accusing 5 men of assault and murder. Police said for Anupam Majumdar, alias Manna, Kinkar Das, Dipankar Das and Akash Das have been detained, while the main accused, Litan Das, remains absconding. A case had been registered and a case had been filed under relevant provisions of the Bharatiya Nyay Sanhita. Reports said the couple was assaulted on September 18th night by Litan and his association. They sought police help, but negligence by the on-duty officer led to the suspension of ASI Sanjoy Sarkar. Chief Minister Manik Saha has ordered a detailed probe promising strict action. Opposition leaders and ministers visited the family as local sources claimed Litan, son of a ruling party leader, had earlier helped the couple set up a shop but later threatened them after relations soured.
গতকালকে 19/9/2025 তারিখে আমাদের কাকরাবন পেজে একটা খবর আসে, একটা মহিলা অভিযুক্ত মৃত অবস্থায় পড়ে রয়েছে মির্জা বর্ধা ব্যাংকের কাছে রাস্তার উপর। যথারীতি পুলিশ খবর পায়, সেটা পুলিশ হয়ে গেছে, আমাদের মহিলা অফিসার এবং অন্য স্টাফ সব ওইখানে ঘটনাস্থলে গেছে এবং গিয়ে দেখে মহিলাটা অলরেডি এটা শিফটেড হয়ে গেছে বাই দ্য ফায়ার সার্ভিস অফ কাকরাবন স্টেশনের। তো ওখানে আমাদের পুলিশ স্টাফ তদন্ত শুরু করে সেটা আমাদের যে মহিলার ডেড বডিটা সেটা কাকরাবন হসপিটালে সেটা সুরতাল সব কিছু করে পোস্টমর্টম করে তাইবানিয়া হসপিটালে আপনার এই টিম অফ ডক্টর এবং এক্সিকিউটিভ ম্যাজিস্ট্রেটের মাধ্যমে সব কিছু ফর্মালিটি অবজার্ভ করে মহিলাকে হ্যান্ড ওভার করে দেওয়া হয়েছে। এবং ওই সময় একটা মহিলার যে হাজব্যান্ড পঙ্কজ সরকার, উনি একটা লিখিত অভিযোগ দিয়েছে। তো মহিলা তার ওই 18 তারিখ রাত 10:30টার সময় কিছু লোক তারা মারধর করছে এবং আজকে ওই 19 তারিখ সকালবেলা তার স্ত্রীদের মৃত অবস্থায় পাইছে। এই রিলেটেডে আমরা একটা ইউডি কেস নেওয়া হয়েছে, যার কেস নম্বর হইল 20 ইউডি কেস নম্বর 20 আন্ডার সেকশন 194 BNSS। এটা তদন্ত করতেছে আমাদের পূর্ণিমা ম্যাডাম। তদন্ত যে প্রসিডিউর চলতেছে, এরই মধ্যে আজকে বিকেলবেলা ওই সেই পঙ্কজ সরকার যে মিতার হাজব্যান্ড, 39 সরকারের হাজব্যান্ড, উনি একটা আজকে বিকেলে একটা কমপ্লেন দিয়েছে, কারো 5 জনের নাম দিয়েছে না, যে আসামিগুলো ওই 18 তারিখ রাত্রেবেলা যে 7:30টার সময় তারা মারছে, তার বিরুদ্ধে একটা অভিযোগ দিছে। অভিযোগ বলে আমরা একটা অভিযোগ পাওয়ার পরে সঙ্গে সঙ্গে আমরা একটা রেজিস্ট্রেশন করি, যার কেস নম্বর হইল আমাদের 44/2025। সেকশনগুলো হলো 77/351 উইদিন ব্র্যাকেটে 118 103 অফ BNS 2023। এটা মার্ডার কেসের মধ্যে সেকশনে আছে, আগে যেটা 302 কেস আসলো এই সেকশনে আছে। তো কেস তদন্ত দেওয়া হয়েছে আমাদের হসপিটালে আছে জুনুলাল হারাম। তো উনি এই কেস পাওয়ার পর তদন্ত শুরু করছেন। তদন্ত শুরু করে আপনার এই আসামির বিরুদ্ধে রেড টেক করা হইতেছে। এর মধ্যে আমরা 4 জন লোকরে এফআইআর নেম 4 জন, এই অনুপম মজুমদার, ডাক নাম হল মুন্না, এবং কিঙ্কর দাস, দীপ্তনু দাস, আকাশ দাসের আমরা থানাতে এখন ডিটেন করে আনছি। আমরা ইন্টারোগেশন চলছে এই কেসে রিলেটেড। আরেকজনের লেগে জোর তল্লাশি চলছে, যে লিটন দাস মেন আসামি, ওনার লেগে ওসি সাহেব এবং আমাদের এই তদন্তকারী অফিসার এখন ওইটা রেড চলছে তারা অ্যারেস্ট করার লেগা। আর এখন সে যার আছে আমরা তারা এই জিনিসটা ইন্টারোগেশন চলছে, ইন্টারোগেশনের উপর তাদেরকে অ্যারেস্ট করা।
We'll now take a short break. Stay tuned.
यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के विकसित भारत के विजन को माननीय मुख्यमंत्री योगी आदित्यनाथ जी के साथ 25 करोड़ नागरिकों ने बनाया है समर्थ उत्तर प्रदेश का विजन 2047। विषय विशेषज्ञ, सेवानिवृत्त IAS IPS, वैज्ञानिक, कुलपति, प्रोफेसर, चिकित्सक एवं सेक्टोरल स्पेशलिस्ट का पैनल कर रहा है जनपद से ग्राम स्तर तक जन संवाद। तो प्रत्येक नागरिक अपने बहुमूल्य सुझाव देकर बन रहा है यूपी के विकास में भागीदार। मोबाइल से QR कोड स्कैन करें और पोर्टल samarthuttarpradesh.up.gov.in पर लिखकर या बोलकर दर्ज कराएं सुझाव। ये पोर्टल पूरी तरह निशुल्क है और 5 अक्टूबर 2025 तक खुला है। आपके सुझावों से तैयार होगा विकसित यूपी का रोड मैप और मूल्यवान सुझाव देने वाले होंगे सम्मानित। विकसित यूपी के निर्माण में बनिए सहभागी। हम मिलकर बनाएंगे आत्मनिर्भर उत्तर प्रदेश 2047 का समर्थ उत्तर प्रदेश।
Leader of opposition in the Jharkhand Assembly, Babu Lal Marandi, today flagged off the Namo Cyclotron in Dumka district. Speaking at the event, Marandi said the sports festival has begun in line with Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Khelo India vision, which promotes participation in sports for better health and fitness. He informed that 10 different types of sports have been included in the Dumka festival. The initiative, he stressed, highlights the idea that a healthy individual builds a healthy family, society and nation, ultimately enhancing India's image on the global stage. Marandi also added that efforts are being made to organize similar events across different regions of the state.
खेल महोत्सव का यहाँ दुमका जिला में प्रारंभ हुआ है और उसका चूंकि दुमका हम आए थे तो इसका एक प्रकार से औपचारिक था कि उद्घाटन की, क्योंकि देश के प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी का ये कहना कि भाई खेलो इंडिया, यानी लोग खेल कूद से परहेज नहीं करें ताकि अपनी स्वास्थ्य को भी लोग ठीक रखें। इसलिए जितनी भी प्रकार की खेल है देश भर में, सब प्रकार के, लेकिन जिन क्षेत्रों में जिन खेलों की अधिक महत्व है उन खेलों को उस क्षेत्र में चयन किया गया। जैसे हमें लोग बताया कि दुमका में 10 प्रकार की खेलों को चयनित किया गया है, तो सारे लोग खेलेंगे, क्योंकि स्वस्थ होना पहली प्राथमिकता है जीवन में। अगर व्यक्ति स्वस्थ होंगे तो समाज भी स्वस्थ होगा, परिवार भी स्वस्थ होगा, परिवार स्वस्थ होगा, समाज भी स्वस्थ होंगे, समाज स्वस्थ होगा तो राष्ट्र भी स्वस्थ होगा, और राष्ट्र स्वस्थ होगा तो भी दुनिया में हमारी जय जयकार होगी। इसीलिए ये खेल महोत्सव का आयोजन और देश भर के हमारे जितने भी एमपी हैं, लोकसभा में, राज्यसभा में, कोशिश ये की गई है कि भाई हर क्षेत्रों में किसी न किसी एक एमपी को लगाया जाए। इस क्षेत्र के लिए प्रदीप वर्मा जी को, जो राज्यसभा के सदस्य है, डॉक्टर प्रदीप वर्मा जी, उनको दिया गया है। उसी प्रकार से राजमहल लोकसभा में राज्यसभा के सदस्य आदित्य साहू जी है, उनको दिया गया है। उसी प्रकार से लाहौर दग्गा में हमारे पास सांसद नहीं है, तो वहाँ दीप।
That's all for now. Thank you for watching Hornbill TV.